I did not start recording. I'm recording now. Hi, YouTube. Um, we're on that break right now, so we're just waiting for people to get back. I was smart, and I went and got my notebook before we went and started. So I'm ready to rumble here. What did we leave off on? So we left off on... We found out Sophia was the maid who used to work at the manor that Charles had an affair with, and they had a kid together. And then the doctor said that Sophia needs to be kicked out of town. And then after that, also gave a letter saying to kill, like basically being an accomplice to basically murder Vivian's, who is the lady who died, mother-in-law, Magdalene. So that was a lot to digest rapidly. But there's still more to do, and I don't know where to start. I hope Dustin shows up to help us here. But I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to find out. I know there's something with a dartboard that I am woefully under-equipped, or either under-equipped clue-wise or under-equipped mental faculty-wise to handle. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I have no idea where we're going to go. I have no idea what we're going to do. I have no idea where we're going to start. But I have a feeling we're not going to learn anything without just going. I don't know what. I think we're just going to stumble upon things. So we're just going to see what happens. All right, and I think we're back. Hello, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and boot up the game real quick. Sorry, I should have done that during ad break, but you know what? It's fine. It just gives us more chance to talk. I was telling them the subs over break, basically giving a recap of what happened last stream. And also, I have no idea what we're going to do this stream. We're so lost. I know something about a dartboard. And the dartboard is a funny thing because I'm missing something. I'm either missing a clue for it or I'm missing the mental faculties in order to beat it. Either way, it's not great. There's a cat screaming in the hallway. What do you want, child? What do you want? Is it my boy? The sweet baby boy? All right. Where were we? Ah, yes. Bible. Cool. I don't know what we were doing here. I think we were exploring. Do we have anything? Hey, there we go. We have no new information. We have a staff pass. Okay, so this is going to be the key to get into the doctor's office. But we can't go into the doctor's office because the power is out in the hospital. And we can't get into the hospital's power unit because of, like the power station, because it's blocked from the inside. Dustin was like, oh no, how did it get locked from the inside? And I have a theory about that. Okay, here's my bear trap moment, okay? So we know that Scott has subterranean, subterranean's a strong word. He has a basement, right? And there's a hidden room to his basement, right? So, he presumably has a low spot in the building. But what do we find down here? We come down the steps. We find a door leading to a basement. The basement is called Exit. Exit to what? I'm thinking underground tunnels. Either a sewer or tunnels that Scott built or found. I'm guessing he has access to a tunnel system of some kind. And that door leads to a tunnel system that he can access here with. Because I know he lives there, but he also, frequents here as well. It's a whole debacle. But in addition to that, if my theory is right about that, of him having a tunnel system, then that would also mean that if I can get access to his tunnel system, probably by finding his crucifix and getting into the bookcase inside his basement, I can presumably get access to potentially other locations on the map. Because who's to say the man with the funny tunnel system doesn't have tunnels going to all, like, other locations, you know? So, I have a bunch of locked doors, and I have a bunch of potential keys, and I don't know what goes where because I have the big key, funny key ring that has like 18 million like keys on it that like a janitor has, and so I come to a locked door, and I'm like, what do I do? Scott Tunnel, Scott Coffin, Secret of the... Oh, is that the bite of 87? So we have a locked safe here, presumably with a key. Like, obviously there's a key code, but I don't know what it might be to get into it. We have a bunch of diaries, newspapers. We have a bunch of information. I'm gonna quickly read my notes. I'm gonna quickly read my notes because I want to know. I want to see what I was thinking as I was going through this. What I thought was important. So Steve Moss called about a package going to Ant's courtyard, which I still haven't found, but I know he has like a key to there's a key somewhere to get into his briefcase, or there's a code to get into this briefcase. We know who different people are. A note I have here that Charles was quiet at the funeral may not be important, but I put it anyway. Let's see. Scott was accused of the murder. James is the sheriff. Everyone seemed to think that there wouldn't be a motive behind the killing because Vivian was such an angel or something. Let's see. Mary Martinez is a maid who we keep seeing. Let's see. Vivian's dead. She started the RRF, which is some form of relief foundation. Jonathan Walker is the journalist. Keys 202 and 203 are hung up. 204 was sitting. Okay, so yeah, this is telling us about the different keys and where they were positioned. 203 is okay. That's not important, probably. What is this? So, yeah, we learned about Andrew, his hallucinations, the fact that he was tied to the murder of Sophia. Sophia being the maid that Charles, the husband of the murdered lady, had an affair with and then had a kid with, and she was then killed accidentally, supposedly. Andrew's worked together. Scott's adopted. Charles had an affair. Okay, we know about that. Key found in locker was Bernard's locker. Okay, that was that key to his house, which we got into his house and learned some information. Let's see. Okay, I have Dorothy's address. Okay, I found out where the key to room 201 was, which we found out was where Moss was staying, but we have no idea where he went, but he left a bunch of stuff. It looks like Andrew died close to or just before, no, or just after the time that, what's-her-face died, Vivian. Scott Brooks is a handyman, so it looks like he's just taking a bunch of jobs. Oliver Gibson's the photographer. Scott stayed at the cabin at some point. It looks like he took over the cabin effectively. I have dates for when Scott moved in and moved out. Well, and a bunch of different things. Father Matthew had a court appearance, likely in response to Scott getting, like, you know, charged with murder and all that. Let's see. Scott had his treasure chest, which we opened. There's a bunch of dead people. And it mainly just names from the graveyard. The pin belonged to Catherine at the hospital, which we already found out was actually the code to get into her locker. Someone named, Miss Roberts wouldn't talk to her father, so that would mean that presumably Trish wouldn't talk to Charles. Broken drawer in Wanda's house, which I need a tool for, but I don't have yet. Let's see, Vivian was hospitalized for instability mentally in 74, so that was interesting. That was about the time that Sophia was killed, I think. Wanda hated Sophia. Let's see. Bernard liked Viv. He had a... what is that? something. A red dart in his house. Yeah, he had darts in his house and like a code or something. But we still couldn't figure out the stupid darts thing, if everyone remembers Dartgate last time. Sam Green and Tom Parker were the security guards. Let's see. Sophia left in 75. June of 75 specifically. Oh, but Vivian was hospitalized in 74. Okay. Let's see. We explored a bunch of places, and then that's about it. So we are in a silly spot where I have no idea what to do or where to go. I think we've explored most of the hospital that we can get to. I feel like what we need to be looking for is a way to get the crucifix to get into Scott's secret room, but I have no earthly clue where to start looking for the crucifix. I mean, I would presume that Father Matthew has it, or Father Calvin. Oh. There it is. So we have this picture. It says, where can I find this? Like, where can I find the key? And so the key is that crucifix, right? However, we also have this picture, which is a box, looks like located in Scott's cabin, actually. However, that doesn't help us, because there's a note on it that says the code is Calvin's date of birth, which is Father Calvin, this lad, but we don't know when he was born. So that presents a problem to us, because we still can't get to that, even if unless we have the information about when Father Calvin was born. So we don't know that. We also, in addition to that, have this, which looks like the hospital. And on the side of it, it looks like someone's standing up there. But I don't know how to get to this side of the hospital, because that side of the hospital is chained off currently. So, like, I don't know what to do about that. So, like, a calendar in here, buddy? I already read that one. Okay. Can we get up here? Or is that fake? Oh, there's something up there, alright. There is an attic, it seems. How we get to that attic, I'll be honest, is beyond me. But there is an attic, it seems. I wonder if it's in Scott's room somehow. Where else could it be? Maybe in like a secret bookcase or something? Maybe related to this? This could be the key to like a secret staircase? Interesting. You got a lot of Oscar Wilde. You have a lot of Oscar Wilde. That's a lot of the picture of Dorian Gray. Ooh, a desk code. Oh, I have an idea. Every time you say Scott, I just think of coffin. The FNAF brain rot is real. I'm so sorry. Moving out was 9493 or 4993. 9493. Let's try that. Let's try 4993. Okay. That ain't gonna be it. Thought maybe like a date where like, because Father Matthew obviously is a, you know, a fan of his adopted son, so like that would make sense. I don't know. Feels like there's something I'm missing here. What's that? Is that just a texture? That's just a texture. Oh 09. Let's see, 9493 maybe? $4993. Okay, it was worth a shot. Okay, so don't know the code for that. Don't know the code for this. Turn the tools back to the storage room. What of Matthew and Scotty years ago? Interesting. Okay. Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Oh, I wonder if this bookcase can move. No, there's nothing behind that. Okay. Okay. So I don't know what's going on in the church. I think I'm not going to be able to get much in the church. I think I've exhausted my resources for the moment here at the church. Yeah, I think I'm at my wit's end for this place. Not sure how much more I can do here. What? Oh, there's a confession booth. I forgot about... That's where the heck you are. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay. There's two. Only one of them lets me unlock it. And they said that that's Father Calvin's birthday. Okay, so we need to find clues on when Father Calvin's birthday is. That is very important. That is a huge step forward. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. All right. That's huge. This is huge. Mansion worker Andrew Reed's charred body found in his burned home. Body covered with third-degree burns. At night, at around 11:25 last night, a fire broke out on 7 Black Pine. Oh, man, that is June 6, 1995. Hang on. Yeah, okay. The owner of the house was found deceased with third-degree burns from head to toe. He was seated on the couch in the living room next to the fireplace when the fire likely started. The cause of the fire has not yet been determined, but the sight of alcoholic bottles on the floor suggests that the carpet may have been soaked with and helped increase whatever set off the incident. According to the possible witnesses, Andrew was seen drunk last night when he was leaving Anne's courtyard in Suites. Police found bottles of empty vodka in the living room next to the fireplace. No foul play is detected at this moment. Andrew Reed, a gardener and handyman for the Roberts family for more than 2 decades, has a wife and son who Okay, we know that they're gone. Also, Painscreekherald.com. I'm going to look that up real quick. Yeah, that's not a site anymore. If it was a site before, it's not anymore. Sad, but understandable. Bible. Funeral will be, church will be closed. Oliver's photography, we know where that's at. Okay. So, we gotta keep an eye out for Calvin's birthday. If I can find that, we'll be in a good spot. Did I ever check behind the altar? Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay. All right. I think we've extinguished our options. Extinguish what? I really don't know what that code is. I bet we're gonna find something about it later. Because I didn't have any clue that there was a safe in his room. So I imagine we're gonna go. I kind of just was going off Dustin's hints. So I imagine we're gonna find something later that's like, oh, go check my safe. The code is such and such. You can find it behind my favorite baseball player or something like that. Oh well, I think we're done in here. I don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going, who I am, what I am, where I'm going. All right. Off we go. It means we have 3 locations here. One we can't get to, one we now know the location of. So the key is probably in here for this, but to get there, maybe we start here. Maybe he was leaving us a pattern. 42, 329, 409. So in order, it's that one, that was the last one. I wonder if he has anything in his journal about him coming to power, basically. I'd always wanted to be adopted, blah, 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 blah. Gonna read through this. Blah, 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 blah. Cool. More stuff about Father Calvin. Alright, nothing about that. Maybe something from here? No, Calvin was gone by the time Scott showed up. Also, my other prediction, not only is the Scott have a bunch of mole tunnels beneath the earth, but I also am predicting that Scott is the child of what's his face? Charles and Sophia. I'm predicting that he's their son. That's my bear trap prediction. You know what? I don't know what I'm doing today. I really don't. So I think my plan is going to be go to every location that I know of and try to completely exhaust all of the possible things that are there. Do everything I can to figure out anything I can. That means like digging in every nook and cranny I can find, see every possible like option here. I'm missing something for this whole chain to go forward, and I don't know what. Okay, so this is Derek's house. That much we know. Last of the Mohicans. Okay, this was talking about all this. Yeah, Dr. Johnson was found in a river. Cool. Oh, I don't think I've read this one. I've not read this one. Okay. We went cycling today. Scott said he can ride faster than me. Of course, that isn't true. So we had a competition, and Trisha was our referee. We set the goal line by the fence in front of the river. I was winning until we almost reached the finish line. I braked to prevent myself from crashing into the fence, but Scott didn't brake. He pedaled harder as he approached the goal. I yelled at him to stop, but he didn't listen. By the time he crossed the line, it was too late. The brakes didn't stop him in time. His bike hit the fence, and he was launched into the air, landing on rocks by the riverbank. I ran to him. There was blood coming from his head and scratches all over his arms and legs. Trisha came up to him and tended to his wounds. He seemed to be sobbing, even though Scott was the one bleeding. Oh, she seemed to be sobbing. Even though Scott was the one bleeding, I think I'm hurting more than him. While cleaning the garage, Charles approached and asked if I would like to be his chauffeur. He said his current driver wants to spend more time with his grandchildren and is planning to retire. I have by the end of the week to decide. It's a good opportunity. I'd get a raise in salary, and I get to travel around the country. I think I'll say yes. Trisha came today and suggested we make our very own time capsule before I start my new job. I thought it was a good... Oh, where is this? I thought it was a good idea. We buried the box near a big stone in the cemetery. Before leaving, we made a promise to each other that we will open it in 10 years. That would be in 2000, which would be a year from now. No, a year ago. I had a chance to walk around New York today. As I went into a bookstore, I remembered how much Trisha loved notebooks. There was one that was really cute. It was a bit expensive, but I think she'll like it. I should surprise her by giving her the notebook on her birthday. Wow, I can speak, I swear. I didn't expect to be traveling this much as a driver. On one hand, I miss my mom. On the other hand, I get to stay in a nice hotel. I guess it's not that bad a deal. Charles treats me very well. He even gives me extra allowance on these trips. Maybe I'll get something nice for my mom next time. We went hunting near the river. According to Scott, there's a nest in the drain hole they went hunting. So him and Scott go hunting. Maybe Charles goes hunting too. Maybe Charles and Derek were the ones out hunting when Scott had his altercation and they were yelling. Okay. I told him it might be dangerous. Let's see. There's a drain hole that sometimes has eggs. A river with a drain hole and there's eggs there. I told him it might be dangerous, but he assured us that it was fine. So off we went. Sure enough, there were eggs. I didn't know what the eggs were and decided to stay a little further away. Scott started collecting them, but I noticed something moving. Trisha was able to shout out that it was a snake. I stood there frozen, not knowing what to do. Scott turned and saw the snake, and then spread his arms out and slowly walked backwards. Trisha was behind him. He extended his right hand with the stick towards the snake, slowly placed the bag of eggs on the floor with his left hand. When he reached me, he grabbed my arm and said, "Run." We all ran screaming our lungs out. I think that was the fastest I ever ran in my life. I miss the old days when it was just Trisha, Scott, and myself, hunting in the back of the woods, playing by the lake. It's not that I don't appreciate what Charles has given to us, such as the house we live in and our jobs. I just miss the time when we were young and carefree. We could go anywhere and nothing could stop us. I miss Trisha. Oh no, why doesn't she realize that I like her? Oh no, buddy. Oh no, buddy. Oh no, pal. You know you gotta stop that. No, sorry. Dear Father, how's everything going? Interesting. Nice. Oh yeah, that door being open scared the crap out of me. Derek turned 4 today. Vivian organized a small party for him. Have I read that? I have read that. Okay. What is that about? Hang on. Asked for me to take care of Vivian. She was at the hospital. I wonder if Vivian must be feeling. No, yeah, that was rough. So Magdalene wants a boy to continue the family line. So that's her mother. That's her mother-in-law. So she might be upset at her mother-in-law because with She might be upset at her mother-in-law because her mother-in-law wants her to have a kid, but she can't have a kid anymore. Just can't stand Sophia. She's not pretty. She's just barely a year working here. None of the others. Okay. Pick up. Thank you, Wanda, for your hard work, Vivian. Can I get up on the box? Nope. Hate that. So I can't open that. I wonder if I can use a shim. Nope. So Wanda has a locked up shelf that I cannot open as of the moment. Okay, so that's their house effectively done. I think that's everything I can snoop about in here. All right. What time has Ben at? Big Ben. What? I mean, technically, if it's... Technically, well, Big Ben would be GMT. It is 1:21 a.m. There's a photo. What photo? You mean on this? This guy? This is an unimportant clock. I'm gonna keep it, but it's an unimportant clock. In that house behind the typewriter. Behind the typewriter. Big Ben is at... I can't tell the hands, but it looks like it's 10 o'clock. Probably in the morning because of the light. Interesting. Killing you with rocks. Hey, see. I wish the rocks could take me. Currently losing my mind running around in a small town in Canada right now. Hey, there's the culprit. Hey, Dustin. How are you doing? I'm going around trying to go to every house that I can find, trying to learn information that I probably missed. I did find one important piece of information. Dustin moment, amen. I did find out one important piece of information. I found out where this box is. It's in the confession booth in the church. But I also don't know where what Father Calvin's birthday is. So that doesn't help me much yet. But once I find his birthday, then all will be good. But I don't remember much right now. I basically made the comparison of I have but there's a place that shows his birthday. You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion you're correct, Dustin. I basically have a ton of keys to a ton of boxes, but I don't know what they all do. So I'm just running around checking basically every building I've been to already. I've already found some stuff I missed, which is good. Like I found a diary from Derek talking more about how he's a sad boy who really likes, what's her face? Trish. But Trish won't give her time of day because she likes Scott. And he's like, oh, why won't she like me? Oh, why won't she like me? You're a sad boy. Oh, not here again. Confession booth is a good one. Okay. Dustin, is there anything... I will ask for a hint here. Is there anything... It's got like sad boy. Who knows? is there anything I need to know about the dartboard? Because the dartboard has the clue here. Subtract the yellow dart's points from the red dart's total. I've done so many permutations of that. None of them worked. I've tried just the points here. I've tried it with this red dart added presumably here, because that looks like where it was. I have to find the rest of the dartboard info. Does that mean there's like... To keep it vague so I don't have enough as of yet. Okay, so at some point I will find something, either a picture or a mapping or someone's score of the final game or a note or something like that telling me more information about the dartboard. I don't have to parse it from what's here currently, correct? Ooh, chair. Nothing in here. Nada. Okay. I think I've done everything I can in this room. I need a pry bar or something for that. I probably am gonna get a crowbar from like the shed at the mansion. You'll get the rest within the next couple clues. Thank you. I'll probably get a crowbar from the mansion, and that'll allow me to open up Wanda's broken cabinet and also those planks upstairs. I think I've exhausted all my resources here that I can. Yeah, I think I'm good here. You need to think about what kinds of things to show, what kinds of things show when someone is, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Because I know there's a bib at the church that has a date on it. It says, "My sweet baby boy." But it's not... I can't imagine that's Calvin's birthday. Kinds of things show when someone is born. I mean, there's a birth certificate. There's presumably a hospital record. Where can you go publicly to find when people are born? You can go to a records office. But I don't know if there is a records office in this city. I'll be honest. Also, can I see the big rock? Hey, it's the big rock where the time capsule's probably at. Alright. So I gotta keep an eye out for a place I can get records. There might be a town hall. Oh, wait. Yes. A sheriff's office, perhaps. That might be the closest this town has to a records office, honestly. You're in a place with records right now. What? I'm in a place with records? Where was I? A building? Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. Birth and death. Yep, where's father? Father dude. Oh, Magdalene Roberts. Gotcha. Okay, where is he? Trisha Roberts, Vivian, Ian, John, Scott Brooks, Calvin. October 24th, 1902. 10/24/02. Thank you, Dustin. Alright, that should set off a chain reaction. I thought it was strange. I had it written down. I thought it was strange that some of them had just the year. Some had month and year. Some had day, month, and year. That'll be a good thing to note if I need a birthday or a death day later. That there are... Some of them are years... 10/24/02, I think I said. Yeah, 10/24/02. Oh, I gotta go down to the confession booth. Ten 24/02. Oh, dear Father Calvin, this is a letter about the things that I have witnessed during my stay in Painscreek while in the service to Miss Magdalene Roberts. I have no one to confide in, and I dare not speak to you in public, hence this letter. Oh, good heavens, this is about to be a lore dump. I accompanied Miss Roberts to Painscreek on July 4th of 1975 to visit her son Charles. It was rumored that Vivian... hang on. Back up. I accompanied Miss Roberts to Painscreek on July 4th to visit her son, Charles. It was rumored that Vivian had a nervous breakdown following her own delivery of Trisha, that she had to stay in PCH for rehabilitation for several months. During that time period, Charles was all alone. He found comfort in a housemaid by the name of Sophia. They had an affair, and a boy was born. 2 days after arriving, we were informed that Sophia, along with her child, had left Painscreek. Where she could have gone off to was a mystery for all of us. I assumed most of us had believed the story, including myself. However, Miss Roberts refused to believe that Sophia would leave when she would have been accepted into the Roberts family. The boy that she bore for Charles would have guaranteed that Miss Roberts initiated a search. The boy that she bore for Charles would have guaranteed that. Miss Roberts initiated a search for Sophia with our driver Patrick and myself. It lasted less than 2 months before she passed away from a heart attack. What I want to confess in this letter is not about Sophia, although I was initiated by her initiated by her disappearance. It's about Miss Roberts' untimely death. You see, Miss Roberts had a heart condition, and it had been affecting her for a while. However, her medication had always kept her stable. Her prescription was still the same during her visit to Painscreek, and her condition deteriorated. The family doctor, Henry Johnson, confirmed that her search for Sophia had taken a toll on her health. All she needed was to rest as much as she could, and she would be fine. I know that despite the doctor's advice, Miss Roberts did not stop the search. Did that create stress on her? Yes. But should it have killed her? According to the physician, no. Should it have killed her? According to the physician tending Miss Roberts back home, no. Definitely not within such a short time span. If she had taken her medicine, her body would if she had taken her medicine, her body was never autopsied. Her son Charles wanted her body untouched and buried properly. Okay, so someone's figuring out about the poison. I think we're about to have an ad, and if we have an ad, I'll hold off until the end of the ad to read the rest of the letter. So whoever this is a compatriot of Magdalene Roberts. They then went to Painscreek with Miss Roberts. And then the search was with Patrick, who is the older driver who retired, and then Derek took over his position. So that's all we got right now, and this is about a guy who's starting to learn that she may not have died under the most natural circumstances. There may have been something to this, which is interesting, and we know about that. We do know that she was killed due to a dosage given to her by that same doctor, Henry Johnson. And it's interesting that he says, "Oh, it's taken a toll on her," despite giving her presumably high dosage pills to kill her over time. That's interesting. This is intriguing. I'm very excited for the rest of the letter. I hope this leads us to the cross, though, because I don't just want this to be like someone knew she died. Oh, well. Maybe Father Calvin heard about this through this situation, and then he was killed by someone trying to cover up their crimes, perhaps. Who's to say? Well, we're to say. We're going to find out. This is super cool. Alright, we got like 10 more seconds till everyone else is back. Alright, here we go. Hello everyone, welcome back from here. We're gonna go ahead and read more of this letter. As Patrick and I were packing to leave for home, I couldn't help but wonder who could have wanted Mrs. Roberts dead. Is there a connection between the affair of Charles and the housemaid, the disappearance of Sophia and her child, and the death of Miss Roberts? I would like to say whom I might suspect, yet I am in no such position, and I am afraid that I might name the wrong person. As I write this letter, I hope you understand what I am trying to convey. Pray that the truth will be revealed as God permits. Sincerely, Sylvia Eden. I have no earthly clue who Sylvia Eden is. However, Mr. Man, what's his face, thought that it was important. Interesting. So we have that information now. Now what? Okay. This is good news. We figured that out. Now what? I guess we continue our random meandering. I don't think that gave us any useful information. I'm trying to think. We found out that someone else, Sylvia Eden. Have I heard that name before? Is she dead in the court, like in the graveyard or something? Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. No, she's not in there. Okay. So we don't know who Sylvia Eden... Well, we might know who Sylvia Eden is, but she's not one of the dead people in the courtyard. Interesting. Okay, what other leads do we have? Just trying to unravel leads as we go. Okay. Maybe we missed something at the inn? I know we probably missed something at the hospital, but I don't know what we could have missed there. Locked. No parking. You heard the man. Okay, let's go check the inn, I suppose. I mean, I don't got any better ideas. Maybe the courtyard here? Like the market? I don't know. That wasn't as much of a hint as I was hoping it would be. Well, maybe we have information to go off of. What's his date of birth? 060347. Also, he looks like the detective. Did I look in the other box? The other box had a thing in it, but it was locked, and there was no way to access the key of it. Like like I couldn't unlock it. There was no way to do so. Thought I opened this already. The bloody handprint's ominous, I'll admit. He looks like the detective from, what's his face? What's its face? Heavy Rain. There's a bunny in here. I still don't know how this is relevant. Peculiar. Did I look in the other box? I did not. There is nothing in... Well, I'm not going to say there's nothing in the other box, but the other box was locked, and there was no way to open it. Okay, so this is locked with a key, so I need a key for that. Okay, what are his things? Bernard Hopkins lives there. Father died in a mine accident. He was at home the day Vivian was killed. No alibi. So Bernard's on the table. 31 Silver Lake. Have I been there? Interview with Dorothy. Interview with Mary. Tomorrow at Moon Cafe. Meeting with Sheriff at Outpost at 10 on 5/11. Mentioned one and he showed me some files. So the Sheriff might have some files I need to see. Find a hidden panel in the inn's reception. Okay, so I already read that. Okay. Let me go check the Sheriff's office again then. Dustin, were you just asking if I had been to the other one because you're trying to cover bases too, or because you know there's something there I need? Because I can't find a way to open it. Do I have to, like, shimmy it open with, like, the lock shim thing? Maybe I have to open it with the lock shim thing. There is a second locked box, but it doesn't have a active unlock thing on it. Like, there's no key, there's no keypad or like combination lock. I mean, there is, but it doesn't let me access it. Okay, so I can't open that. There's no key for it, so that's gonna be locked forever. Oh, some stuff might be different now. Gotcha. Maybe there was something in there. They thought it redundant or something. Microwave. There's some files I need to see. Probably in the classified section. Lost and found. That's all locked up tight, but I need a code for that. Story of Tonti. Who is Tonti? Looks like he's an explorer or something. Let's see. Yeah, 2 hunters witnessed Scott and Vivian arguing. Hunters are probably, if I had to guess, either Charles and Derek or Bernard and Derek. I mean, not Charles. Charles and Derek or Charles and Bernard, probably. I feel like Charles was involved because Charles was quiet the entire time. But I can't say he acted alone. In fact, knowing how weaselly all these people in this game are, he probably did not act alone. So I need to get into here, but I need a code. Wait, who is the sheriff? And he's the sheriff. James Howard's the sheriff. Okay. Do we have any dead people? You should revisit Scott's secret place in his room. Also think about the locked shed in the backyard of the mansion. So the locked shed either has a code on it or something like that. I should revisit Scott's secret place in his room. His cabin room or his church room? Because he has a locked safe behind his poster. And he has a weird room, bedroom. Lock safe. Yeah. I don't know the code for that. And then the backyard of the mansion, that locked shed, also has a code, but I don't know what the code could be. There's probably some key, but like I said, I'm almost going into this with like a janitor's ring of keys. Like, I have probably all of the stuff I need to open the door, but I just don't know which one opens the door without going through and trying everything, which feels kind of daunting. There's some things to get it in his room. Okay, sure. Let's go check it out. I have a feeling it's related to dates on his calendar, if I had to guess. And I thought I tried that already, but maybe I just didn't try the right combos. Wouldn't be surprised if that's the case. Let's give it a whirl. Inspect every object. Oh, I wonder if there's dates on his toys. I wonder if that's what happened. May 3rd, 1985. Don't know what that is, but sure. Yep, there it is. I'm upset because I saw that in the beginning of the game and totally forgot about it. Baseball. Signed by Kevin Holland. Whoa, sick, bro. Let's meet at our secret hideout at 5 p.m. Code changed to 8831. That's probably their backyard thing. Okay, gonna take a picture of that. Don't mind if I yes. Mr. Peterson passed away at the age of 81. Everyone attended his funeral today. He was buried next to Mrs. Peterson. The population of Painscreek is decreasing. Old people are dying, and young people aren't coming back after college. Will I still stay in Painscreek till I'm old? Will I die like Mr. Peterson? Or will there be anyone left at that point? Trisha talks a lot to me recently. I feel comfortable whenever she's around. I can be myself in front of her. She makes me happy. Father Matthew tells me that it's important to have goals in life. Wonder what life goal I should have. Wonder what Father Matthew's goal is. I wonder if he knows. It's been a few months since Derek got hired by Trisha's dad to be the mansion driver. He gets to travel around the world now. I envy him. I want to work too, so that way I can buy Trisha something nice. There's a secret room in the mansion? I can't believe it. Can't wait till Saturday to explore with Trisha. I know exactly what that room is, but I don't know how to get there. That room is, and I'll show you. So here's the mansion floor 1. Come down this hallway, you got a master bedroom, there's a bathroom, and gallery room. This door is blocked off by junk and you can't get in there. There's something back here, right? Maybe there's some way to get in behind like a painting. Oh, that looks like a door potentially. But anyway, we'll have to check later. Second floor though, you'll notice there's no stairs in here. But the exercise room, you go up the stairs, and then instead of just go straight to the wall and this is all exercise room, this whole section is now gone. Like, it gone. And the maid room doesn't have a bathroom. Well, maybe the maid room is blocked off there. That is blocked off, so, and you can see that there was a room there. Okay, so we know now about the secret room, that they acknowledge it. It's not just an issue with the blueprint. There is actually a secret room there. We now have a code. That code being 8831. So that's going to be one of two things. That's either going to be a code to the shed out back, which I am going to try first, or that is a code to somewhere in the mansion that leads to a secret place. I'm not sure which yet. My money's on the garden shed. Although it would not be out of the question for it to be the secret room, given the fact that they call it their special place, and they're going to be going in secret. So it could be. Let's go find out. Alright, let's go take a look. Are you having fun, kids? Are we having a great time running around a small Canadian town? Hooray! Hi, Captain. I appreciate you, Gnome. Never forget that. Alright, guys, let's go break into a shed. Also, while I'm out here, I'll show you what I'm talking about if you guys don't remember, because I did point it out last stream, I think. Right there, there's a big spot with no windows. In fact, I go over here, you can see that that's the exercise room, but the wall ends there. So there's something right here that we haven't seen yet. I don't know what's in there, but I know there is something there. 8831, it said. Interesting. All right, we're in now. Oh, there's so many goodies. Oh, we have the last of the codes. That's probably to Mr. Roberts' desk. Then I'll take this guy. So the attic key looks like a mansion room key. Trisha's room. The Trisha's room drawer. My diary, Trisha Roberts. I like being with Scott. I can be myself in front of him. He doesn't judge me or tell me what to do. He cares about what I think. He makes me happy. Scott and I decided to have our own secret hideout. It'll be really fun. Mom won't know that we're secretly meeting. I'm so glad that Scott is now working at the mansion, although having Andrew as his supervisor is probably not the best idea. He's drunk all the time. I want him to influence Scott in a bad way. Scott has to work the garden the whole day. After that, he has some errands to do. I guess he won't be meeting today. I miss him already. I wanted to learn photography, so Mom hired Oliver to be my tutor. First, I thought he would be too old to teach me, plus the techniques are probably too ancient. But when he came, I surprised that he's a very humble person. Despite our age difference, we talked for hours. I felt comfortable around him. Then he showed me the photos he took. They were beautiful. It was around that point that I figured that Oliver is perfect as a tutor, that I shouldn't have been so quick to judge the old man. I'm so glad Oliver is my teacher. Scott has finally finished moving all of his stuff to the cabin. Winter's coming. It'll be extremely cold in the cabin. Fireplace should help. Maybe I should knit a scarf for Scott? I think I'll visit him today. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. What the heck? Oliver from the photo lab borrowed a shovel and a wrench. We're going to need the shovel to actually dig up that time capsule. Andrew. P.S. We should have extras. I told him he could keep the tools until he was done with them. So we knew about that from there and also from the inn. But we do have to get into Oliver's. I don't know how we're going to do that yet, but we're going to take that one step at a time. All right, let's go try to find the attic key. Also, we got to go to Trisha's room because we have a key to a drawer in there now. I keep forgetting I have my flashlight on like 24/7. Let's go to open Charles' study drawer. I've been waiting for this forever. So we need King, Queen, Bishop, King. You know, I'll just take a picture of these so they're all right together. Oh. And then there's a knight. Oh, no, I should have checked what those were out there more specifically. Hang on. So that's a knight. That's a pawn. I don't know which is which. Let's go get better photos, shall we? Yeah, that's on me. I should have thought about that a bit harder. Honestly, I could just brute force it. There's only two. Yeah, let's brute force it. No, I should get the pictures. Just in case the game's like, ooh, remember earlier when I gave you chess pieces and I had you solve a puzzle? Solve another one, idiot. Ooh. There we go. Much better. That's going to be spooky later. What is up in there? Is that like where someone's dead body is or something? Did they like build a literal, like, speaking Dawn of FNAF Brain Rot, they literally build like the secret pizzeria room that's like off radar, off blueprint kind of thing? Oh, I should go downstairs. So either King, Queen, Bishop, Knight, or Knight, Queen, Bishop, King. I'm going to go King, Queen, Bishop, Knight. So if it's king, queen, bishop, knight, then that means it's... Wait. King, queen, bishop, knight. Queen. We don't have bishop. Ooh, we can't do this one yet. Okay. We still gotta find more stuff. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, I gotta bring up OBS. Is my game lagging? No, it's okay. Well, my game is lagging a little bit. There's weird spikes in this game. Wait, what? It's for a drawer in Trisha's room. Ah, that's one, sorry. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It was just in here? Please hold on to this. Someday I will tell you everything. Are you kidding me? Mom is so judgmental. She doesn't want me to go near Scott, saying that I would find someone who is of the same class as me. Yeah, Dustin, I'm so upset about that. Who is of the same class as me. What does that even mean? Who determines what class Scott is in? Did Mom talk to Father Matthew? Is that why Father Matthew also forbade us from seeing each other? Don't they know we're in love? Last night, Scott and Father had a big fight. Father Matthew told him to stop seeing me again. I asked Scott why he didn't, but he didn't know the reason. I feel so miserable. Scott asked if I had a younger brother named Vincent. I didn't. He told me that it was probably just Vincent, by the way, is the name of the illegitimate child, but wanted to be sure about it. Who'd spread such a rumor about my family? At dinner, I asked Mom if I even had a younger brother named Vincent. If I ever had a younger brother named Vincent. She stared at me and said no. She then asked where I got that name from. When I said from Scott, she told me dinner's over. I argued with her, she yelled and sent me to my room. Later, I heard her arguing with Dad. How could Mom fire Scott? That is so unreasonable. There's no reason at all for firing him. And why can't I see Scott anymore? I love Scott. Dad loves him too. Only Mom hates him, and I don't even know why. I find it really strange. I knew that today was Scott's day off, so I tried to surprise him at the cabin. However, I couldn't find him. I searched everywhere, inside and outside the cabin. He was nowhere to be found. Just as I was about to leave, he suddenly appeared as if he had been there the whole time. This has happened several times now. I'm wondering if there's a hidden room in the cabin. And that's where we hear about the hidden room. And that's Trisha's done. Looks like a house key. Dear Trisha, you can always stay at my place. Oh, yes, let's go! So Dorothy has the house key to, well, has a key for Oliver's. Okay. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. I'm gonna quickly make a poll. Okay? Where do you want me to go? Where go next? Because we have two places we could go. We have Dorothy's, who will have stuff to lead us down the path to getting like a shovel and a bunch of tools. Let's see, Dorothy. We're gonna call that tool arc. Or, nope, don't want to extend my screen. Or, do we go to the cabin for lore? Duration time. 2 minutes. Go. Alright. Let's see where this goes. Do we want to go to Dorothy's, or do we want to go to cabin for lore? Can I even see who votes on what? I may not be able to. That could be fun. That's fun, I think. Alright, place your votes. Where do you want me to go? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All of you guys are wanting to go to Tool Arc. That's crazy. What? This is not where I thought this was going to go. This doesn't upset me. I'm down for either. I just didn't think that this is where... I thought everyone was going to be like, whoa, a secret door in the cabin. But now everyone's like, get the shovel. We're going to need it, brother. Trust me. That's crazy. Well, either way, I'm going to need to go out to the lobby, like to the main hub. So I'm going to go out to the main hub while I... Do I have any other... Hang on. Let me pull this up. Do I have any other items on me that I need to do? Looks like a mansion key found in the mansion's garden shed. Okay, that's for the attic. We're going to go there. We'll come back to the attic here. We have the key for it, but I still want to... honor you guys' requests there. So I'm going to head out there. It's looking like Dorothy Ark is going to win. So if that's the case and we don't have any more votes in that time, it looks like we're going to Dorothy's place. Where does Dorothy live? Dorothy lives at 40 Black Pine. Yeah, and Dorothy wins. All right. There's, in fact, no place like home. Dorothy, we're coming to steal your shovel. Silver Lake. Maple. Okay. You gotta find Black Pine. Walnut. Clover. I think that's a dead end, so let's go this way. Town Center. Isn't that Black Pine? Yeah, there's Black Pine. $34. Oh, I remember Dorothy's place. It was this one. The fancy one. Wait, no, wrong key. I want this one. Alright, if there's a demon child in this room too, I'm gonna be so upset. Alright. So, we know that from previous letters that there's a key. Dorothy has a spare key to Oliver's workshop. I don't know why, I'll be honest, but she does. And so we're on the lookout for that. Helping and serving others in God's name. It's not just words, it's a new lifestyle. By Susan Fraser. Oh, I don't like how the binding is backwards. That's a no-go. Hate that. Gotcha. Bathroom. I want to sit in the cubby. I want to sit in the Harry Potter water closet. A new home, a new lifestyle in the heart of town. Taking pride in helping others realize their dreams. Most people just want to secure their lives and the loved ones of their loved ones without having the constant worry that something will go wrong. We'll help you set your own pace, protect your freedoms, form new friendships, pursue interests, and enjoy the finest service that can be provided. You can depend on us to aid in whatever way you need, and we'll give you the confidence that someone is always there to help. Painscreek Retirement Management's personal goal is to be the shoulder to lean on for everyone. So she was looking into, like, retirement living. Oh. That's probably made by Trisha, because Trisha was nannied by Dorothy. And she was basically like, well, I guess Dorothy's basically my mom, because my mom's never around. Oh! I'm not Van Gogh pilled enough to know. Hey, Dawn, is this actually sunflower? One of the revisions of Sunflowers by Van Gogh? Or is this just a pretty picture of sunflowers? There's so many revisions of sunflowers, I never know which one, if I'm looking at one or not. This doesn't feel like the famous one he's known for because of, like, the lack of the blue in it. But, yeah, okay, so that's not a Van Gogh. Okay. Thank you. Oh, that was a fun bug. Wonder if I can use that to clip through a wall. I should be testing this probably. Glasses and a diary. I'll get to that in a moment. I'm just very impatient. Scriptures by Reverend Keith. How many reverends are there in this town? February 2nd. Charles asked something of me today. He asked if I would be willing to stay with Sophia, and he had arranged to have a house rented out a little ways from the mansion. Told him that I would help, but Sophia's pregnancy will eventually show. There's no way of hiding it. He seems very worried. Charles came up to me and expressed his gratitude for taking care of Sophia. He said we'll be covering all the necessary expenses. He told me not to tell anyone about it. As for Sophia's growing belly, when the time comes, I'm to make... There's so many tumbles in my house. I'm supposed to make something up about her running errands outside of town. I'm not sure if that will work. Sophia is 8 months in her pregnancy. Her belly is big now. I asked her how she felt. She told me she's happy and feels hopeful for their future. She said it would be best if the baby is a boy. I can understand why she's thinking that, but I can't help but wonder how Vivian will feel about it all. What will be the ramifications of this? I'm going to go out back in a second. But I want to look upstairs first. This is such a lovely house. Oh my goodness, I love this. Oh, and like the open ceiling to... Oh, and the giant raised tub. This house is so cool. Okay, guess I'm going out back. Locked. Can I even go out it? Nope. So Dorothy's house is still kind of locked down. She might have a key in here that I'm just missing. Hey, I'm not supposed to be here. This game is very silly, and I love it. Well, the game's not silly. It's actually very dark and sad. But, I mean, like, the physics in it are very silly, and that makes me laugh. So her bedroom's locked. Okay, sorry to disappoint you guys. I don't think there's much going on here. Actually, I do feel like there's something going on here because only 3 people voted. And I find it hard to believe Dustin would not vote. And only everyone voted exclusively for Dorothy's house. So I have a feeling there's something. What is that? That's weird. There's a lot of noise going on in my house. Sorry if there's any back noise that shows up. Back noise? Background noise. The screams. Alright, I don't know what's going on in here. Kind of at a loss. Is it raining? So it is. Welp, I don't know what I'm doing now. I mean, I could go to the cabin, or I could go to the attic. I think I'm going to go to the attic first. What keys are in your inventory? I have a key that gets me into, what's-his-face secret room. And then I have this key, which is for an attic, which into the mansion. And I think I know which door that is in the mansion, too. That's all I got right now. I'm going to go to the mansion because I think the odds of there being a key to Dorothy's house in the... actually... No, Trisha had a key in her room because she was friends with Dorothy. Well, because she was nanny by her. So that makes sense why she'd have a key there. See, I'm kind of leaning towards going to the attic. Just trying to clean up the mansion a bit. I think that's what I'm going to go do. Oh, I love the Freddy Fazbear, like, fluorescent lights whenever I load in. It's so good. It's like it's welcoming me home. I have a theory, I have a feeling I know where this key goes. This may not be the secret attic I'm thinking of. This may just be the way to get into the attic above the garage. Which, if it is, still cool, still important, but... yeah. No. Nope. Nope. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Gnome, stop. Bad. Bad gnome. No. We're not doing that. We're not having that. We ain't about that. Can I play Caramel Dansen, please? Can I? Caramel Dansen would make me feel way better right now. What's the audio at right now? Alright, let's go. Hey, ghosts! Is there a ghost in here who wants to fight me? I'll fight you, ghost. Paint. Hello? Secured safe. Oh, there's clues to that here. Yeah, I know about that already. I'll still take a picture because posterity. Oh, we have an ad. I must wait. The ads have been sneaking up on us this time. And now we wait. So what's the topic for today's secret subscriber chat? There was a game that Tea Time written on that card. An update 5 years ago changed. That is crazy that you know that. That is insane. But thank you for the information. What's the topic of today's subscriber chat? That's a good question. What is the topic of today's subscriber chat? I don't know what's the topic of today's subscriber chat. Oh, I know a topic of today's subscriber chat. Hang on. Is a key... Is that it? Nope, I can't find it. Never mind. That'll be it for a future subscriber chat. You'll find... I'll tell you at some point. You'll get it one day. But not today. I need to find it again. That's okay, though, because the ad is over now, it seems. Yes, and it seems that everyone is back. Let's go. Can I go behind the painting? I can. Let's see. Toolbox? Oh, nope. Time. Interesting. Was that the time that we needed to open up the clock in the other room? Probably not. Yay, I unlocked it. Pick up. Nice. 320. Items needed for barbecue. Charcoal, grill brush, grill fork, lighter fluid. 2 grill brushes. Why 2 grill brushes? I'm going to take a picture of that in case that's accidentally useful for something later. Some vices. Examine. Bottle caps. Hey, bottles. I wonder if this is where Andrew kept all of his stuff. I didn't feel well today. I had a nightmare last night. Can't remember what it was, but it was unnerving. I see Scott all the time now since he's started working at the mansion. He's always with Trisha. I used to be the one to hang out with Trisha. Mom says she feels better these days. It's as if she forgot she even has cancer. Hope she recovers quickly. Mr. Johnson is a great man to help us out with this, and definitely isn't poisoning another woman with her own medication. Trisha talked to me today. She said Scott is busy recently and she feels lonely. I would never make her feel that way. I cannot say it to her, but I will be there whenever she needs me. We talked a lot. I wish every day would be like today. Today, Scott came and asked if I knew anything about Father Calvin. I only knew him as the previous church pastor before Father Matthew took over. I told Scott to ask Matthew about it. Scott didn't say anything and left. Looks like they aren't getting along too well. That's all of Derek's stuff. A well-cleaned grill fork. Can't open his tools. Can I open any of these? No. No, I cannot. Well, I guess I think I'm going to the cabin, because there's not much more for me to do here. Oh wow, this game is chugging. Well, off we go. No, I don't have enough. I don't have enough info or something. Atticus Lane, yeah, honestly. Off we go. Now for the hopefully exciting thing. Watch we get there and this actually isn't the key. Watch, this is a fake one and the key is a real one, but with like a notch in the back or something. Birdhouse. Ooh. Oh, that's laggy. Shouldn't go into the water. My equipment will get wet. By her equipment, she means her clothes. Well, you guys ready? Here we go. Scott's Secrets. He had his own Pepe Sylvia board here the whole time. I wonder if this will help us with anything. Give us any clues. I know I'm missing the giant obvious corkboard, but I'll get to it in a second. Oh my word. Keep. Sure. What? Sewer map? Scott, you rascal. What did I call earlier? He's got a tunnel system. He's got a freaking tunnel system. Robert's Estate security tapes. Pick up understanding psychology. Oh, that's fun. I found out who killed my mother, and then he waited. Looks like a music box key. I know exactly where that goes to. I don't feel safe in here. If you look at the bottom of my screen, you can see the Unity engine culling away the T-tray as I look away slightly. That's fun. VHS. Is there a light in here? Oh, much better. Yeah, that's what I thought. We'll get to that in a second, but I think one of my theories also, my bear trap theories, was confirmed. No big deal, no big deal. Yep. So my other theory was Charles is his father, which it seems he is. Magdalene couldn't be her. She tried to find Sophia. Charles, he's my father. Vivian, Charles's wife. Matthew, in Indonesia at that time. Father Calvin, he saved me. Couldn't be him. Derek, 6 years old at the time. Dorothy, she loved and took care of Sophia when she was pregnant. She did hate him though. Hate her though. Maidservant, Derek's mom. Bernard's house, Derek and Wanda's. Time capsule, I knew about that. Andrew's house. The birdhouse. I know about the birdhouse. What's the significance of the birdhouse? Dorothy's house. Old sewer entrance. Okay, that's important. Oh, this is going to have some lore in it. I realized who I am from the moment I saw the photo. I have the exact same blanket. I know who my father is. Everything makes sense now. I visited Andrew today. I needed to know where they hid Mom's body, but he cried and begged me not to say anything about it. There was no room for whatever questions I had left. I then told him I'm the boy he gave Father Calvin to get rid of. I'm the boy he gave to Father Calvin to get rid of. He was utterly shocked. After that, I left. I could not bear to look at him another second. I know who I am, and I now feel everything is falling apart. Andrew came to the cabin today, and came to the cabin and told me where the body was hidden. He said he was sorry and left. Externally, I was quiet. Internally, I was sputtering and livid. After he left, I came to my room and cried. The well had dried up and was covered in moss. I wouldn't have known that the well even existed if I didn't work at the mansion. I found Mom's I finally found Mom's body. I buried her in the cemetery next to Father Calvin. There was no tombstone for her, just a wooden cross. I don't think Father Calvin would mind. After all, he was the one who saved me. A month has passed. I haven't worked since, and I've stopped meeting anyone. Trisha knocks on my door every day, but I would hide each time. She cries every time, begging me to come out, anxious to know why I won't see her if she has done anything wrong. I don't know what to say to her, but I know we can't be together anymore. On account of, them being brother and sister now. That's kind of weird. Father Matthew visited me today. He said that that he hasn't seen me at church for a while, that no one has heard from me in weeks. When he asked how I was doing, I began crying. Tears just flowed down my cheeks, and I cried and I cried. I just couldn't stop. Told him everything. and told him that I know that Charles is my father. I confessed that now that I knew that Trisha was my half-sister, I said I didn't know what to do. He listened and didn't speak. Not in Newfoundland. Oh, maybe. Scott Brooks' story. That one's done. Okay. So I want to take his list here, and I want to make my own list, because I disagree with him here. So everyone's a suspect, even if it doesn't seem like they might be. Including you, Derek. I know you were a child at the time, but you have murder in your eyes. So, Magdalene. Murder suspects. Magdalene. She tried to find Sophia. Could be. She could have looked for her to kill her, so it could still be her. Charles. Viv. Bernard. Calvin. Matthew. Andrew. Wanda. Derek. I mean, we kind of know who killed her already. Dr. Johnson. Dorothy. And then we're still going to add Trish, but I don't think it's her. So, it definitely couldn't have been Matthew. He has an alibi. He was out of the country. Derek was a child, I know. Let's get rid of him. Now, who can we cross off? We can't cross off Dorothy. I disagree with that. She has comments saying that she hates Dorothy. Not Dorothy. That Dorothy says she has comments where she hates Sophia. So it could still be her. Let me cross some of these off real quick. Out of country. Childs. Okay. We'll come around to some of these. I don't agree. He saved me. Couldn't be him. It could be him if he saved you. He just may not have. Okay, so what was that? Let me read this thing real quick. Because this is such a weird situation, right? Hang on. Let me show you what I mean. It's such a weird situation. So he says, I don't know who killed my mother, goes through all this stuff, but the room to get into this one literally has this line here. On June 26, 1975 at 11 p.m., Vivian, Dr. Johnson, and Andrew confronted Sophia, his mom. A fight broke out. Sophia fell and hit her head on the nearby wall. She stopped moving. Hang on, a fight broke out. So we don't know who it was. Dr. Johnson checked, realized she was dead. So one of the three of them, presumably. I'm going to star the likely suspects. So, Viv, Johnson, and Andrew. I will say, it's possible that Scott killed Vivian. It is possible he killed Vivian. If Vivian, brain shutting down. If he thought Vivian killed his mom, he might go to kill Vivian. Like, that might be a thing he would do out of revenge. But he was starting to type out this whole thing. So, if he found out who killed his mom, and it was like starting to write his like academic thesis on it or whatever, why didn't he just do that instead of like presumably killing him? Like killing her. That's weird. Okay, so we have some more information. We have the music box thing, which I want to go do. And then there's a sewer key. I'll be real with you, Chief. I don't want to touch the sewer tonight. I don't even want to do that. I don't want to get near that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to look at that. I want to go near a sewer. Sewers are bad. Sewers are evil. So this well isn't the one she was buried in. I thought it was, but it's not. There's a well buried on the property. Well, not buried on property. It's on the property. I have a suspicion the well they're talking about is one back in the garden area. Also, that birdhouse is apparently important. I don't know why it's important, but it apparently is. Keep that birdhouse in mind. Let's go. Trisha, I want to break into your room. Guys, I'm very scared. What if this summons a ghost? Dear Trisha, as I've grown to learn about my birth parents, I feel as if a great veil has been lifted from my eyes. I now understand why Father Matthew was against us seeing each other. He was right. We shouldn't be together. Please believe me when I say I did not kill your mother. I've never lied to you, and I never will. I don't know who killed Vivian. Hopefully that truth will come to light someday. So he says he didn't. Honestly, I'm inclined to agree with him. I'm inclined to trust him. There is so much that I want to tell you, but I cannot at this moment. I pray the day when I can express everything to you will come quickly. All I can say now is that I'm sorry for all the pain I've caused you. Please forgive me. Scott. Well, let me go explore a little bit around the mansion because there's some stuff I want to ponder. That's not of huge importance. Yeah, there's no longer a bathroom in the maid's quarters. This is a interesting room now. This we're going to need to get access to. That leads to the secret room probably, which goes there, maybe around there. Oh, what's up? That's weird. Oh, you can even see the light up there. There's a light on in there. That's interesting. You know what I think we're going to do? I think we're going to run over to the sewers, and I think we're going to end it there. I think that's what we're going to do. So that way next time, I have no choice but to jump in and immediately be a big brave boy. Which I don't want to do, but if I do it at any point, I want it to be at the start of stream. This game is so well written. Okay, so I just left the mansion. So I went down the hill. So the old sewer entrance. Oh my gosh, was it here the whole time? Oh no, it's a mayor's mansion. So here we go. So if this is the mayor's mansion, it's all the way down here. Where this road collides. You're gonna love it? I don't think I will. Where is it? Definitely not spooky. No, surely not. Postal store. So is it up by here? Oh, absolutely not. That is so good of a hiding spot that no one will see unless you're really looking. That is evil. That is awful. I hate it. You know, maybe we'll peek inside, you know? Maybe just a little peek into the sewer system, you know? Maybe just a little peek. A little look, see what we got here. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I'm good, man. I'm fine. All right. So you know, thank you all for showing up tonight. Yeah, absolutely not. Not tonight. Absolutely not. But we will be doing that next time. So if you want to see me suffer in a maze of evil, tune in next time and to see me cry. Thank you all for showing up tonight. I really appreciate you all coming out and watching a funny, silly Tuesday stream. I didn't even advertise this. I told one person I was streaming tonight, and there's a ton of people here tonight. So I appreciate you all showing up. Wow, my brain just rebooted. I was going to say something important, but it's gone forever now. I guess we're just going to say I'll see you guys next time we stream. You now have no reason to live. Yeah, that's fair. I can't say for certain when the next stream will be. I'd like it to be Friday. That may not happen due to possible life events. So keep a lookout closer to the weekend and see what happens. Maybe Friday, Saturday, who knows? We'll see what happens. Worst case scenario, look out for Monday. I'll probably be streaming Monday. But until whenever I do happens, I think you should do it, or I will wedge you. That's fair. I'll take that. Have a great one. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This is gonna hard date this VOD. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and I will see you all next time.